Alright, YouTube, we're going to do a review here of a DeWalt 3/8 ratchet and a Craftsman 3/8 ratchet. What I have set up here is I have a 7/16 bolt with a locking nut in my drill press vise. I got my socket, and we're going to take a look at each ratchet, and we're going to test it out on this setup here. So let's take a look at the DeWalt first. First of all, when you pick it up, it's got a really beefy feel and look to it. If you were to use this all day, it'd probably get kind of tiring holding it in your hand, because it just feels, like I said, it feels beefy, but it's also kind of heavy. So I think this is it's like a 72 tooth or something like that. Sounds okay. It's not much backlash either, which is kind of nice. It's got a solid feel with the push release button and the switching lever. Nice and big, you know. Even if you got gloves on, you could switch it back and forth no problem. So DeWalt, I like what you're putting out here. So not the slimmest of design, but like I said, overall it's a pretty beefy ratchet that I think it could stand up to some pretty good work. But anyway, that's the DeWalt. Take a look at the Craftsman now. It's got a pretty slim design. It's got like a thick chrome feel to it. Feels nice in your hands, I will say that. This is the 84 tooth. Feels a little stiffer, more backlash. The push release button is pretty much flush with the body here, but it works as intended. It's alright. And the switching lever, it works alright too. It's not near as big as the DeWalt, but it does the job, so good enough. So anyway, that being said, let's start out with the DeWalt first. And I'm going to be putting on this socket here. I just want to see how easy it is to put the socket on and take it off. So press it in, holds it in place, release it. Feels pretty good. Now I've noticed that it sticks out a bit further from the body here than the Craftsman. You'll see in a second. But all in all, works as it should. It's pretty good stuff. Now the Craftsman goes on a little tougher. That may be a good thing. But you can see there's not near as much of a gap there compared to the DeWalt. So it comes off a little stiffer, but I'm sure all that needs to be is a good work and a couple of years of good service. But now, as you can see here, like I said, the push release button is pretty flush with the body of it. And when you go to put the socket on, it actually sits slightly inside of it, actually, if you can see that. But all in all, keeps the socket on there, so it's good stuff. One more thing I want to mention on both of these wrenches is that this has that clip ring or snap ring, whatever you want to call it, that holds everything inside there, while this is more of a sealed design. Obviously this is better, but this will last just fine. Probably takes a little more upkeep than this, but whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and put these socket on the ratchets. Get to work. Alright. Overall, it feels alright. A little more backlash, a little stiffer, but engagement's pretty solid, so I can live with that. Yeah. Like I said, comes off a little stiff, but That's alright. Alright, the DeWalt now. Everything just works smoother on this, it feels like. Like I said, less backlash. Socket goes on and off a lot smoother than the Craftsman. But anyway, yeah, it feels nice. Really easy to operate. Big switching lever. Yeah. Comes off nice and smooth. So anyway, in conclusion, I would have to say it's actually kind of a hard choice. I like the slim design of this, but I like how smooth and easy this is to work with. Boy, I would probably go with the DeWalt at this time just because of the big switching lever, how easy it is to put on and take off a socket, and the minimal backlash. I think those strengths override the slim design on this Craftsman, and the fact that this is sealed while this isn't. So, alright, there it is. Craftsman versus DeWalt. Let me know what you think. But like, subscribe, but I hope you enjoy. Later.